Welcome back to another video. In the past we've done a lot of ghost related videos and they weren't very serious, and today we're taking it up a notch. We have the opportunity to go into a church that it still operates, but stuff happens at night. We're gonna be with someone that has equipment and that does this. We were limited to the people we can bring. Sorry to the gang. It's gonna be Chelsea, myself, two ghost hunters that always been into this stuff. But let's see what happens. Hopefully we can get enough footage for you guys to to enjoy. This one's gonna be a lot more serious, so don't expect us to be the last two cemeteries we hit up. All right, before we walk in, y'all better pray to Jesus Cristo.
I got baptized, huh?
We just hope we leave and we're good. Yeah, and nothing comes back with us.
And one of the things they always say is that, for one, if you keep your mind clear, good thoughts, always, the spirits like to catch on to negative things.
Okay, I think we need to reset then.
Negative. At the end, usually, you don't have to say it out loud. You can if you want. Just tell them that they have to stay here. Not allowed to follow you home. That always seems to work.
All right, let's hope so.
And if it doesn't, I know some people who could probably get rid of it. Let me give you a little bit of history. This building was built in the year 1916. It was originally a funeral home. It's now a spiritual church. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the disaster that happened in Chicago called the Eastland.
No.
Some pictures of the boat and the disaster. That. If you go to Clark and Wacker right now, you will still see this building in the background. That's the boat tipped over on its side. There's a picture of all the bodies laid out. Where this picture was taken, you guys ever heard of the Oprah Winfrey Show?
Yeah.
Where this picture was taken, that building later became where Oprah Winfrey did her show.
Wow.
Familiar with the mob in Chicago?
Yeah.
Al Capone was one of the main players in Prohibition. The mid-1920s, when a new mayor took over in Chicago, was trying to clean up all of this gangster stuff and people shooting each other all over the place all the time. He was trying to push Al Capone out of town. So Capone moved his operations out here to Cicero. A lot of mob connections to this building. Some mobsters that were killed were waked here. I'll give you a tour of the building in a minute.
Sounds good.
We get mobsters, we get Eastland disaster people. And third ghost that we get here a lot is this is a spiritual church. Picture right there, that guy's name is Harry Hilborn. He opened this as a spiritualist church. Spiritualism was a thing that started in the 1860s. It became like a religion. Spiritualists believe that you can communicate with the dead in this lifetime. So like seances, psychics, Ouija boards, that all came out of the spiritualist movement. Now they don't do Ouija boards here.
Have you ever done it?
I have.
Yeah?
I don't recommend it.
No? Because that's their number one idea.
Okay, I mean, if you guys want to, you can. Do you have one?
No.
No, I don't have
I just
one.
want to play with someone that knows the rules, so we do it right.
Yeah, as long as you know how to open
Right.
and close the sessions, you're
Right.
fine.
Why wouldn't you recommend the Ouija board?
Only because you don't know what you're inviting in.
Okay.
And you have to know how to let that go back out.
Gotcha.
As long as you know how to do all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
I would say you could do it. It was invented as a toy. But if you don't know how to do that kind of stuff, you don't know what might come in. It's
Yeah.
kind of the same principle.
Yeah, we're not very good with instructions, so
Oh,
that's
this is almost like a highway for spirits coming and going. So you got all of that here. You got the Eastland disaster victims, mobsters, people, maybe people stuck around here. This mirror right here, this is what they call a blue gazing mirror. If you stand and stare at this mirror long enough, supposedly you can see the spirits coming through it.
no way.
You guys ever used any of this kind of equipment before?
No.
Know anything about it? Okay.
Definitely seen it in movies and stuff, but no,
Yeah.
never.
Probably the most basic ghost hunting equipment are these EMF detectors.
Do you think the apps on the phone work? He spent $1.99 on one. That's why. I know.
Well, for a whole $1.99 it should work. They pick up on energy, mostly energy field. The belief is that we're all made up of energy. If you get a higher energy reading, you can see a dial right there. If that shoots up into the red area, then you're getting a strong reading. We tend to get a lot of strong readings in this building. We do believe there's some kids here. One of the kids is a kid named Cal. He's down in the basement. He comes through a lot. We believe he was on the Eastland and he died. His whole family died. What's the movie?
Annabelle?
Annabelle, yeah. they call her Annabelle. But she's a regular Raggedy Ann doll, except that she has one of these meters built inside of her.
Oh,
So the face stays lit up, but if these hands are flashing or this gets brighter, then something is breaking the energy
does it
field
typically
around.
go off here?
Yeah.
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 All right.
And this is a laser grid. The idea with this is you'd put it like against a dark wall, and the theory would be if something like walks in front of it and breaks the grid, then it could be like a spirit walking in front of it. These are dowsing rods. Like you can ask them to, if if there's a spirit in the room, could you point where you're at? Looks like he's standing between you.
My hip is kind of cold.
Really?
Yeah.
It was a funeral home. But what's behind these two doors is an elevator. It's an old-fashioned elevator that has like a crank handle on it down in the basement, which we're gonna go to in a few minutes. When this was a funeral home, the body would come in through a door somewhere along the side of the building. They would prepare it in the embalming room downstairs. It would go on the elevator here, and they would crank it up, open these doors up, take it out, put it in the viewing room. Dial tends to go off a lot, especially in the basement, but sometimes up here too. Trying to think what else we can.
Yeah. Did you hear that? No? Okay.
Yeah.
You did hear that? I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I think that might be a heater.
Okay.
Pianos do seem to have a lot of energy around them also.
Oh, so they tend to play?
This man.
This room here, the Reverend uses this for she does readings and stuff here.
Okay.
Like they give you, there's palm readings, or they do card readings. Back in the funeral home days, this used to just be, this was the entrance here, this would be a little down here. This is a building back here when it was a funeral home. It's an old streetcar they used to run up.
Right on 25th?
Right on 20.
No way.
Yeah. See, we think somehow this was different at one time, but the bodies would come in somewhere over here. That's why this thing is slanted.
Mm-hmm.
This is the old embalming. This is where they would prepare the bodies to go upstairs. But if you remember that elevator, if you look on this side, you'll see this is the back side of it. That's the thing they would have put the bodies on. There's a crank handle right over there.
Oh, okay.
You see that would bring it down.
When did that stop?
They stopped using this as a funeral home in 1975.
Gotcha.
If you're tall, some of the pipes hang down a little low, so you might have to
Okay. Yeah, I got cold.
If you go to a wake, there's always an area where people bring coffee and things like that. That would have been this during. It's here where we get a lot of activity down here. That car, some people have said, you talked about things moving, some people have said that they've seen that car moving. But we believe that some of the kids from the Eastland disaster are down here. Now there have been some times when I'm sitting down here, and you could swear it looks like these things are moving.
So at this point of the tour, Tony had showed us all around the church, and he simply asked if we wanted to go on our own or if we wanted to be joined by him. I think we can agree that we want you to do that, yeah.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Just because it's our first time and
Yeah, that's what I figured.
we're very curious with it, but we're
There are
not
some groups
aware.
that just prefer me to sit up there and they want to do their own thing.
Yeah, those guys are crazy.
Yeah.
This is our first time taking it very serious. It's usually a bit larger of a group, and it just ends up, being Yahweh!
Yahweh, por favor,
Yeah, we weren't too sure. We wanted to take it serious, but we definitely do plan on getting all of us. So eventually, they'll be watching this. We'll be making it happen. What do you guys want to take? Get to one of those? All right, so the lights are going off. Oh, so the lights went off. We have our equipment. We're gonna take a picture.
You're getting energy right there. Oh, it's another thing you mentioned.
Oh, hers is going off. Ephraim's too. Right away.
Yeah.
Hands are both of them?
Yeah.
Oh man. So something's right here.
So are you here with us? Oh, yeah.
Oh man, this is crazy. Whoa.
There's a drum.
Yeah. Did you hear it though?
You heard the drums?
Yeah.
Some people have mentioned that also.
Oh,
Did you just hit the drums for us?
Whoa.
Let's set some of this stuff up here. Feel free to touch it if you'd like. You want to come up and touch the doll's hands again?
It's sitting right next to you.
I think I'm being followed.
All right, so now at this point, Chelsea, Efren, and Santi went on their own, and they decided to ask a couple questions. And I know I said I was gonna keep this serious, but I can't watch this and edit this without laughing at this. So I would go ahead and vote Santi as the head Ghostbuster. Like, this stuff like gets him so happy. But while asking these questions, this man was like trying to interrogate this ghost spirit. He was, I don't know what, instigating, I would say. Hear this shit.
What should we ask?
Can you make the doll flash if you're still standing here with us? You were very young when you passed away. Is there anything you want to say to us? Do you want us to go downstairs? Can you give us a sign that you're still here?
So after asking the spirit 21 questions, I don't know why I wasn't surprised, but this man was recording the whole conversation.
Can you give us a sign that you're still here?
So Santi was recording a voice memo and it picked up something. So we're gonna wait and show Tony.
Can you give us a sign that you're still here?
Yeah, you hear that clearly. Yeah.
You're a natural. I said, get out my house. I'm not too sure why I didn't think about this last week, but I'm gonna go ahead and make this a 2-part video. Not because I want to drag it out and have you guys wait, but I'm not the biggest fan of having a video be 40 minutes. So I just want to really pick and pull the key points of what we experienced and put that out to you guys. So just a quick recap. We are in a spiritual church that is located in Cicero, Illinois. Stuff definitely goes on and you guys will see that next week. I'm not all that sure if you guys enjoyed the Ghetto Ghost Adventure series that we have going on, but we enjoy making it. It's goofy, it's fun, it's just random stuff that we enjoy doing, so why not put it into a video, right? So if you guys do enjoy it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys next week.